everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
I turned down 2 engagements because of MJ Gray. And now, to see her engaged after she told me not to get married, like, I'm absolutely devastated.
How stupid does that sound? That you've turned down 2 engagements because of what some influencer has said and done. Yes, this woman sounds crazy. I'm not sure if she's actually being honest or like trolling, but it sounds very stupid. But yes, she's turned down 2 engagements because of what MJ Gray has said.
Yes, I am engaged. Yes, I am the same person who made several videos saying that I never had any plans to get married. I did not want to get married, and I did not agree with the institution of marriage. The gag is, I still don't agree with the institution of marriage, but in those videos, I made caveats. Under certain circumstances, like if you plan on having children, if you plan on living together, if you plan on buying property together, those are the situations where marriage does make sense. I don't think you should feel like getting marriage is a milestone that you must make in your life to feel like an accomplished person. I don't think it's an accomplishment. I don't think as women you should feel pressured to get married, because when women are pressured to get married, they end up in bad situations. I'm in a good situation, and I cannot tell you all of the details of the situation I'm in, because now the situation I'm in involves another person. So I have to maintain privacy around my relationship, and I will be even more stringent.
Well. This can't be the same woman that was making so many videos about how she just don't believe in marriage, how she's not going to get married, and marriage is a women oppression, patriarchy, blase, yada, yada. This can't be the same woman. Funniest thing, though, you got women under the comment section of that video fighting for their lives right now. I seen one woman say, I turned down an engagement because of you. Another girl said, I went celibate because of you. I'm this and that because... And I'm just like... shit's sad. Same thing I've been saying for a minute with, female rappers talking about how they don't need no man, F men, and all this bullshit. Now they all getting baby mama'd up and wifed up, and they trying to settle down finding them a man, while you bumping their music, listening to them, still singing. Just like these female rappers, this creator went on a whole generational run telling women, stay single, don't focus on no man, don't get married, and yada yada yada. And now she did the total opposite.
And my thing with MJ is, I don't necessarily think that she thinks she's not going to be next. I think she genuinely does have a plan for what happens when it's her turn. And that's the difference. That's the thing. I definitely think the same thing applies. Like, you're never going to outgame a man just because you think you got all the know-how and you got all the answers. Listen, men don't be giving up none of that. No shade. But my biggest issue with her was that she clearly was faking the funk and was clearly just, hating from outside the club. Because you see them talking about you don't care about designers and all that. That wasn't true. You just couldn't afford it. That's the weirdest thing I took from that. But if you going into it, and even if you are just dating him just cause, and you're getting property, you're getting land, you're getting gold, and you're getting a decent prenup that if she go left, you have assets. You have something to do after that. And that's what I think people aren't getting about MJ. I really do think she kind of knows the real when it comes to men, but she knows most importantly is you got to plan for something else after that. Or you got to come in here, extract as much as you can, both liquid and assets, and get the phone when it's time to get the fuck on.
So basically, men, they're telling us to play. Basically, they're going to use you. Okay? They're only going to marry you if you're giving up something. They're going to secure enough bag just in case you decide to leave them, Or not even just in case, they're waiting on you to leave them or cheat so they can leave you and move on to the next. So pretty much, she say, don't get married, get the bag, get the money. And then she turns around and gets engaged. Why? Because this man is giving enough money and she feels like she can get a bag out of it. She's going to do just enough to get what she can out of it and then possibly get cheated on so she can leave him and have what she wanted out of him. I ain't making this up.
The thing about MJ Gray is that she's already been blocked. When I started seeing y'all's think pieces and disco horses about MJ Gray getting engaged, I was like, I don't know who this lady is, but when I went to search for her in the search bar, it's already saying blocked by you. And you know me, it only takes one time for me to see something you said that I don't like or doesn't resonate with me, and you're blocked. So it's not so much personal as I'm not her audience. And honestly, every time a creator is in like controversy, I've already had them blocked. So what am I seeing that y'all don't see? So for viewers, for followers, the obvious disconnect is, how is this anti-marriage is now engaged to a man she's known for 9 months, and she is going to get married because that's why you get engaged, to get married. And then there also seems to be a disconnect around her earlier thoughts around designer items, designer goods, and then her doing a Celine unboxing every 3 business days. And she definitely switched up on y'all's asses, and y'all get to be disappointed and y'all get to disengage if you so choose. I don't necessarily have a problem with creators who advocate against marriage, living with a man, you know, being in relationship with men, right? I think as women in 2026, especially women who live in the margins, you cannot be with just anybody, right? Who you choose to partner with is the biggest decision that you'll make in your life. It is life or death. So I do believe that there's room to talk about, you know, the human desire, human nature in wanting to be loved in a romantic way, to want partnership, to want companionship, but also keep that motherfucking head on a swivel. So for MJ, she just has to be like, yeah, I lied, and proceed to tell us, what did you have to see in your fiance for you to even reconsider your stances on marriage? And hopefully MJ's fiance is exceptional, because if he's not, ooh, baby, the girls are going to eat you up.
So for those of you that do not know this about me, I have made the well thought out, conscious, and intentional decision to not get married, as well as to be a one and done mom. I already have 1 kid. You cannot pay me to have another, okay? I love my kid. I love being a mom to my kid, but I absolutely hate motherhood. Why exactly do I not want to get married, you ask? That is pretty self-explanatory in today's climate of men, okay? I am not for the patriarchy. I am not for the way men are socialized, okay? Just men, period. However, this whole MJ Gray controversy has made me realize that I need to give you people a disclaimer, because it's not now, down the line, something happened. You now be saying, oh, she said. The disclaimer is here today. Lock it in. Open your ear. Don't say I didn't tell you. If money enter with the right amount, I can be persuaded. But it got to be like a 2 to 5 year marriage contract, because the whole death do us part. These men are taking the thing too literally. I beg.
See? For the right amount, she'll marry you. She don't want the patriarchy. And she said 2 to 5 years. You get me for 2 to 5 years, and that's it. Then we divorce. Now, for the right money, you'll be a concubine. I get it. Take it or leave it. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? But we signing a prenup. You're not getting nothing after that 2 to 5 years. So, you know, like, we can do it. Take the trips. Enjoy hot steaming sex. No kids. Let's do it. After 2 to 5 years, it's a wrap. See ya. Peace. Would she agree to that? Probably not. So what are we talking about? You stick to just not getting married. This is crazy. This is nonsense, but whatever.
She was always a pick-me. The fact that she talked about men and marriages and what she was never going to do and how it is basically the worst thing in the world. If your entire content, whether it's positive or negative, is focused around men and relationships, you are wanting to be chosen. People that don't think about relationships are not going to make their content all about relationships and why they're so terrible. If you really think relationships are so terrible, you just are not in one. But you still go ahead and live your day. That was at the forefront of her mind 24/7. All she thought about was relationships. All she wanted was a man. And it's okay to say, I'm a woman who may not like a lot of men, and I don't think a lot of relationships are good, and I think a lot of you women are in terrible relationships. That's okay, but for your entire brand to be join with me, man hating club, for you to be the leader, the CEO, the COO, several members of the planning committee, for you to be so far in the sauce of men are terrible, relationships are terrible, marriage is a trap for women, for you to end up being engaged is wild. Before you come and say, well, people can change their mind. Yes, people can change their mind, but there's certain things, if you were going to be that intense about something, maybe you kind of walk your audience through. You literally went from I hate men, I hate relationships, to now being engaged. Huh? And I need everybody to understand, these influencers, these content creators, don't believe anything anybody says on here. Don't believe anything anybody says on here.
She says, she was a pick-me, she just wasn't picked yet. She was an escort the whole time. She proved women were easy to manipulate. That's funny. She lived a whole different life offline. She was a pick-me. She just didn't want others to get picked. Lord have mercy.
Not the I hate men influencers getting married to men? Y'all build a whole brand about hating men and then turn around and get married to a man. Like, let's be honest, there are patterns in male behavior. A lot of it is trash. I've seen it, you've seen it, we've all experienced. And this is why I shut the hell up, because I know how I am. And I'm not about to build my whole personality around hating men and swearing them off forever. Because what gets me is creators creating an entire platform. I hate men. Never get married. Relationships are a scam, etc., etc., etc. Just to turn around and do exactly what they said they were never going to do. And it's not even about her changing her mind. Of course, we're allowed to evolve. We're allowed to change our stances, our opinions. It's the fact that she built an audience around a belief and an extreme that she didn't even believe in long term. She taught a whole community to operate from bitterness, and then she removed herself from that mindset quietly. This is why you can't be following people on the internet, because y'all look fucking corny. Y'all look so corny at the end of the day. I'm not anti-men. I'm also not pro-men everything. But I just think you can acknowledge issues without turning it into your entire identity and encouraging people who aren't, very smart to follow you in that certain personality or identity or belief that you don't even believe in. Child, anyways, some of y'all aren't healed. You're just loud.
Absolutely. Thank you for the gifts, everyone who's on the live YouTube. She wanted to eliminate the competition. And the creator says, she replied, she really said, never mind, he responded. The fool responded. Okay, the woman had a whole podcast talking about men, talking about, things that men do to basically about men. I watched like 2 clips. I was like, God, this sounds like, it just sounds like a man hating podcast. It's really boring. But if you want to check it out, she got clips on her channel. It's MJ Gray. Real simple minded.
So recently I see that MJ Gray just announced that she's engaged, right? And I don't follow her or anything like that, but her content has come across my timeline a few times. And so I knew who she was. And when it popped up, I went, of course, to read the comments because I wanted to see what everybody else had to say. And I mean, I saw comments like, oh my gosh, I'm single because of you, or I'm abstinent because of you, and what am I supposed to do? I mean, there are people in the comment section that are really extremely disappointed in her, right? And it just made me think, like, if you as a person, if you are following, if you're following creators on here and you are making decisions in your personal life based on what people that come across your timeline that you've never been around, that you don't know what their energy is, that you don't know how they live their life, if you take their advice as Bible, you may have a mental issue. You may have some mental health disorders, because anybody that would follow someone and maneuver their life based on how somebody online is maneuvering their life is weird to me.
So you thought a tall, skinny white woman was not going to use her privilege and bag her a rich man? You're delusional. They are the best grifters, especially the super liberal ones, and I mean that with no hate. So yeah, she'll come on the internet and tell you to never get married while your demographic is poisoned by baby mama culture, and then turn around and get engaged to a man who her and her future children would benefit from. Benefiting from the same legal contract that she claims you'll be a slave to if you do it, but when she does it, she knows she's gonna be legally protected and have her life funded by. You guys don't listen to me when I tell you that these women will sit here and tell you the exact opposite practices that they do in real life. Whether they act higher than thou like a wizard Liz, or they'll say all the woke talking points about hating men instead of being honest about playing the game. The game that their fathers taught them that they saw their mothers do. You are going to sit here and tell me that the people who grew up with two-parent households with fathers in their lives, most likely their dads were providers, and once again, they are the beauty standard and they benefit tremendously from how they look like they're smart enough to take advantage of that. You're going to tell me that their hate for men is so much more higher than them having an easy life and marrying well and being ahead of the game in patriarchy. And you, as a woman of color, are going to listen to these women tell you that you should not marry when we're plagued by broken homes and multiple kids in different households, lack of fathers in the home, when dating bums and putting men under our leases is for some reason a common thing for many women in said community, when they themselves practice hypergamy and their children will benefit financially from that. No real advice on how to change the path of your life. Sounds like a CIA operation. Okay, I'm going on a tangent, but the point is, stop being surprised when these women don't choose to struggle like some of y'all. She don't have to do that. She has options out here and she took advantage, as she should.
Yep, there you have it. She told y'all, hey man, don't let another woman keep y'all single, whether she's black, white, or other. Okay? Choose what you choose, live at your own pace, live at your own path. Find out for yourself, get healing, and have conversations with your partner. Regardless of how you choose your partner, have multiple conversations with them. Intellectual conversations. Deep dive into their life. Let be open about yours. And be accepting to flaws. Okay? Because if you can't accept somebody's flaws, but you also got to remember, this may be contradicting to everything I'm saying, but it's not at the same time. Men be lying. So if you get you a man and he lying to you about his love life, if he's married or something, I mean, eventually the truth will come out. But again, if you're having these conversations, you're getting to know him at a deeper level. Most married men just want to sleep with you. Most men in relationships just want to sleep with you. If you avoid the sex conversation, you avoid getting used just for sex and getting ghosted. And I know most men ain't gonna wait 2-3 months, but listen, don't be that girl and you won't get, because there's gonna be a girl out there. Married men is more married men in the dating pool than single men, okay? Because single men ain't just dating everything. Married men date as many women as they can to see who's gonna have sex first, okay? Because they just want to have it. They don't really want to get to know you. So they'll shoot their shot at whoever they can just to take them out, just to see who's gonna go. And as a single man, when going out there and dating, there were women who were willing to go on the first night. And guess what? You know, just not wifey material, even though they were nice women, no kids, good job, beautiful. But if you're willing to go on the first night, you know, just don't be that woman, okay? It's okay to hold out. Now, I'm not, you know, all right, I'm giving up too much game. So I'm getting taps in the shoulders telling me, shut up. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section.